Hello, Aries. Welcome to your general reading for Virgo season. What will a Virgo season look like for you? Well, that's what we've all come here to find out in general. Of course, Virgo season begins around August 22nd, August 23rd, and ends around September 22nd. And this is, the general theme is going to be everything Virgo, increased productivity and more probable success, achieving goals, having more organization in your day-to-day life, and perhaps even receiving awards, accolades, more attention because of your success. There's going to be wonderful financial improvements and changes. You want to keep fighting for your goals this season, definitely, because you are going to get things done, Aries, yes. And this will be a wonderful time to feel more grounded and connected and tap more into your logical and practical self. And you're going to be making work a priority and being in overachiever mode and being more detail oriented. Themes of feeling more in control, being responsible and mindful could also play a key role this season. It might also be a beneficial time to polish a skill or learn a new skill or read a new book. And finding the beauty in small ideas rather than the big picture or making these big overarching changes. You want to focus on those small daily improvements that will create the biggest change in that area of your life that you are wanting to change. So, this is going to be quite a dynamic month. Let's work with the Sacred Geometry Oracle cards and see what energies are going to be the main focus for you, Aries. I do feel like your fiery nature is actually going to be of your huge advantage this month. It's really going to help you kickstart any kind of goal that you're needing to achieve, and you're going to be very action oriented, and you're going to have this attitude of winning at all costs, which I feel like is going to serve you. It's not a malicious or a malevolent type of energy that I'm feeling at all. It's just like you're a winner. You are a success, and no one can change your mind about it, which I absolutely love. So one more shuffle, and let's see. What does Aries need to know about this upcoming Virgo season? Aries. Okay. Oh, two. Okay. All right. This is quite a combo, Aries. You have divine feminine and dynamic. I want to focus on divine feminine first. So we have 2 and a 1, 3, and dynamic. So 3 is a very dynamic, a very catalytic number. So it's going to be important to go with the changes because there are going to be a lot. There's going to be a lot. But what the universe is wanting you to focus on, because it's really easy and really natural for you, Aries, I feel, to be a little bit more in your masculine aspect because you are fire, and fire is forward moving energy and action taking. So the universe is wanting you to focus on being open and receptive and allowing and nurturing and loving and do things in a very loving way. And I will read, the frequency of divine feminine supports our receptive, nurturing, and soft side, allowing it to express itself openly and helping us to connect to our intrinsic understanding of our connection to all of creation. Yeah, because the energy that I am feeling is very, very powerful, but it's a bit hard. It's a bit rough. And so I feel that it's going to be very beneficial for you to focus on being a little bit softer, asking yourself, how can I be a little bit softer in this moment? And focusing on being more open and allowing and receptive, because this is where all the creation really begins, all the ideas that you will be receiving. And then we have a dynamic, and we have 2 and a 3, which come to 5, which again is talking about rolling with the changes with ease and grace. So I will read. The frequency of dynamic supports our ability to harmonize between layers and aspects of different origin and frequency. It helps us to put together a reality that is made up of many different elements, both familiar and completely new, with ease, grace, and great joy. So Virgo season is really going to help you put together and orchestrate a life that feels really good, that is harmonizing lots of different aspects all together, all working synchronistically together. And so you're wanting to harmonize your feminine and masculine aspects, your childlike self and your adult rational self. Perhaps you're wanting to balance work life and personal life, all of these types of things. You're going to really be able to smooth out all the rough edges, and you're going to smooth out maybe some of your rough edges by tapping into this divine feminine energy. So now we're going to work with wisdom of the oracle and see what else the spirit and the universe has to say to you, Aries. And I will talk a little bit more about those cards once we get some cards here. I want to see more of the big picture. Okay, Aries, I wanted 4 cards, but we got 5, more the merrier, right? Okay, so you got higher power. So you got higher power, observer, okay? And we have not for you, in between worlds, and a fork in the road. Okay, Aries, overall, I am feeling that you already have been working very, very hard on a goal or a dream. And you've been very much in your masculine aspect and have just been working, and this might not have been, for some of you, you have been working on a goal or a dream, or for others of you, you are just in a very stressful environment where it's really challenging you. But there is an overall energy, whatever your situation is, there's an overall energy of grinding yourself to the bone, working really hard, trying to succeed no matter what. And this energy, one, it's going to exhaust you and lead you to burnout, because you aren't taking care of yourself. and pampering yourself and having that intimacy with you and God. And so this roughness, this hardness is not for you, okay? And so there is something in your life, and I feel like it's self-inflicted. That's personally, as a reader, what I am feeling, that this is self-inflicted, this kind of attitude. And what Virgo season is trying to teach you, Aries, is that you can come more into balance and alignment with your divine feminine, no matter your gender. And it's going to show you that the softer you become, the stronger you are, and the more effective you are. Because if you're very rigid about things, or you're in a very rigid environment, I'm going to say it that way, if you're in a really rigid environment, then there isn't that much room to bend and flow. And so if you're in a really rigid environment, it's a lot easier for things to break and to crumble. And so your immune system will go down, your productivity will go down, your relationships will suffer, everything like that. So this energy is not for you. And the universe and your guides and angels are wanting you to be softer and in some way find a way to be in a softer environment that's a lot more nurturing and loving, so that you can allow this harmonization and synchronization happen with all aspects of your life. It's like you don't really have to do anything. This month for you, Aries, is just about being the observer. You are wanting to intimately work with, co-create, and communicate with yourself, with God, with the universe, with your angels, with your guides. I think that for a lot of you, it's going to be very critical for you to be an observer of your mind, an observer of yourself without any judgment, because the universe is an observer. And so there has been some kind of harshness that you've been inflicting on yourself or been exposed to. And so you're needing to expose yourself to unconditional love. And really just be an observer and not have a whole lot of judgment. I hope that makes sense. Yeah, so there's going to be some kind of fork in the road, or you are at some fork in the road. We have fork in the road and in between worlds. So yeah, you're really at a crossroads here, and maybe one part of you is wanting to go this way and another part of you is wanting to go this way. Okay. And I feel, this is a very harsh energy or environment that you're in. I feel like some of you aren't allowing yourself the freedom to, this is just an example. I feel like maybe one of you is putting yourself on a very harsh, restrictive diet because it's almost, we'll see what the fairies have to say, but right now I'm just getting that there is a big gap between where you are and where you want to be. And you're judging where you want to be to the extent that you are putting so much pressure on yourself, and you're kind of trying to punish yourself into a good behavior. That's where the harshness is coming in, or someone else is doing that. It's going to be different for all of you. And so for this example, you're wanting to lose 50 pounds. part of you wants to be, I think all of you wants to be thin and fit and healthy and all of these things, but you still crave that chocolate cake or those salty snacks or, you know, whatever it is, and you're not allowing yourself to indulge a little bit. It's almost going to this other extreme of self-deprivation, deliberately depriving yourself of things that you need. You know, there's no harm in moderately allowing yourself to have a little bit of a sweet or something. You know, there is a solution. There's lots of healthy dessert ideas that you can have, and it's just all in moderation. So yeah, this divine feminine energy is trying to help you come back into balance and accommodate your needs, and kind of observe how extreme maybe you're being or someone is being, or how extreme. I really do feel like that this is an extreme thought process that you're having that is not healthy, and maybe you picked it up somewhere in childhood, because this is not a loving thing to have here. So for some of you, there might be some kind of perfectionism or something, or holding yourself to such a high standard that it's hurting you and beating yourself up. A lot of this is being channeled right now through me. I am reading the cards, but a lot of it is being channeled energy for me right now. So you're kind of at this fork in the road with yourself, because you're splitting yourself in half. You're not allowing both your needs to be met. You're bulldozing yourself. Yeah. So, all right, let's see what the fairies have to say about all of this, and then I'll be able to speak more specifically on all of this. Okay, yeah, we have Faf the Footer. So you're needing to balance yourself. You're needing to get grounded, because there is a thought process, there is a belief, there's some way that you are hurting yourself in the mental realm. I do feel that it's in the mental realm, and it could, of course, be bleeding into the physical realm. And you're needing to just ground yourself and balance yourself and come down to earth and see how harsh you are being to yourself, because this is not for you. Love is for you. And you can't punish yourself into a good behavior, Aries. You have to be kind to yourself. The most successful people are very kind and loving to themselves, okay? So let's see. We have Lisa the Shadows, the Bodacious Bodak. I'm going to do it this way. The Bodacious Bodak, Sylvanus, Spirit Dancer, Collection of Pixies, and the 0 point card. Okay, so yeah, Aries, there has been something in your life, a way that you've been treating yourself that has been imbalanced and harsh and cruel. And this is something that maybe you picked up in childhood, and you're needing to ground yourself. Say, okay, I can see that this is a bit extreme. To me, for some of you, this is feeling a little bit obsessive, a little bit perfectionistic, a little bit like you're too controlling on yourself. Again, there is this theme of self-deprivation on purpose. Ooh, yeah. I really do feel like this is falling in the realms of health, but this can be anything really. But oh yeah, I mean, some of you are depriving yourself of food, depriving yourself of love, depriving yourself of being happy, just being go 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 all the time and not giving back to yourself. So you're really needing to get grounded here and really pamper yourself, take care of yourself. There is some kind of dark, painful place that you are trying to leave, trying to launch out of. There is some kind of devil energy that is kind of keeping you stuck. We do have the self-sabotage card here, or just a sabotaging energy here. So yeah, it seems like there is this tug and pull kind of energy where you think that you finally left it. Yeah, some of you might be dealing with some kind of addictive behavior here, because it's like, okay, yes, I finally healed this, and then something happens and this sabotaging energy comes back, and you're back where you feel like you're back where you started. And it's been a very frustrating process. It's been doubly frustrating because I feel like you have been judging yourself and being very hard on yourself. So this is a time to be gentler for yourself, gentler on yourself. It's going to be really important, Aries, for you to have this intimacy with yourself and God and be the observer and not judge yourself. Because once you do that, there is something that's going to be revealed to you. And you're going to come into your seat of power. And I feel like some of you felt like your source of power was your ability to control yourself and deprive yourself and condemn yourself for wanting certain things, or when really your sense of power is your ability to love yourself and be kind to yourself and accommodate yourself. This is all about not going to either extreme and finding a common ground and maybe relying on your higher power, learning to trust the universe more. It's like it's been up to me, it's on me, and it's only me. It feels like this. When no, Aries, you are so loved, you are so supported. You have so much love around you, and you need to have some faith here with the universe and come into more love. And this is going to help you harmonize and come into balance in a really loving way. And this part of you that would try to control you, hurt you, judge you, whatever, it's going to be revealed to you. And I think that you're going to realize that it's either just a very hurt child or a part of you that really wanted to help you but just didn't know any better. So you're needing to cut out lies and deception here. There's some kind of lie, or there's just something that you are not seeing with the clearest vision. And maybe that is yourself. You're not seeing yourself through the eyes of love. Some of you, I feel like, had a very either abusive long-term relationship, or your childhood was very emotionally, mentally abusive, and you're needing, and you kind of have this internalized aspect that is your abuser. And that's, I feel like this is talking all about like trying to punish yourself into a good behavior, which you just can't do. It doesn't work that way. You have to be loving to yourself. You can only love yourself into changing and improving. And so once you can cut out these lies and deceptions and these falsities, if that's a word, you are going to come to this place of freedom and liberation and experience so much joy, and you're just going to have this brand new clean slate. You're just going to feel so liberated and free from this way of being or this way of thinking or treating yourself. And so you really are at a fork in the road. You know, what is it going to be? Are you going to be kind to yourself, or are you going to be mean to yourself, Aries? And that is up to you. You have that choice. And you want to, would you talk this way to your best friend? The answer is no. Would you talk this way to a child? No. And so some of you are needing to kind of reparent yourselves and remother yourselves. The completion process and doing parts work might be very beneficial for you indeed. And so I'm really sending my heart out to you, Aries. It is my heart's desire that you are kind to yourself, that you are good to yourself, that you are gentle with yourself and nurturing to yourself. And if this is any kind of addictive quality or behavior, it just means that your needs aren't being met. And if it is addiction of any kind, I would really recommend listening to Russell Brand, because I really agree with him. At the core of all addiction is just the need to be loved and to love, and the need for human connection. For whatever reason, I forgot to cover the Spirit Dancer, the collection of pixies, and the 0 point card, because you are going to punch through, Aries. Apparently, I was just really channeling and really in the flow and really feeling all of this, and I got distracted. So, you are going to totally punch through, get through this milestone, break through this pattern, and break the chain of pain. You are going to liberate yourself and free yourself and experience so much joy, so much more lightness and softness, and you will just have a brand new, clean slate. Whether that's in your mind or, that also reflects in your life. So there's going to be some kind of brand new beginning that's going to be very joyous and give you a whole lot of freedom. So back to the video. So I hope that this was of value to you, Aries. This is all, once you heal this, it's all going to free you and liberate you so that you can achieve your goals in the most loving, wonderful way, so that you can be more productive and experience more happiness and success. So yeah, again, I'm sending you all of my love. Please be kind to yourself, be kind to others, take care of yourself. Know that you are never, ever, ever alone. And there is no shame in seeking help at all. So there's that. And, you know, feel free, I'm here. Feel free to email me if you need to, or leave a comment down below, you know. Anyway, I'm sending you all my love. Take care, Aries. Bye.